The idea of being a chosen one carries a deep spiritual significance. Whether interpreted through religious, mythological, or psychological frameworks, chosen ones are seen as individuals marked by destiny for a higher purpose. They often possess unique insights, heightened awareness, and a magnetic presence. Yet beneath their aura of strength and wisdom lies an unexpected, often hidden battle: lust. While it may seem paradoxical, many chosen ones grapple deeply with lust in ways not immediately apparent to outsiders. Here are 6 reasons why this struggle is real, persistent, and often kept in the shadows. 1. High spiritual calling amplifies inner conflict. Chosen ones are often seen as spiritual leaders or moral beacons. Their mission calls them to uphold integrity, purity, and self-mastery. However, this high calling doesn't make them immune to human impulses. It magnifies them. The contrast between their spiritual ideals and natural desires creates intense internal friction. Unlike others whose struggles may be more socially acceptable or openly acknowledged, chosen ones feel an added weight of expectation. Lust, then, becomes not just a physical impulse but a spiritual dilemma, one they're often ashamed to admit. 2. Deep sensitivity to energy and emotion. One of the distinguishing traits of chosen ones is their heightened emotional and energetic sensitivity. They absorb emotions from their environment, read subtle cues, and often intuit what others are feeling. This psychic openness, however, can make them more susceptible to energetic entanglements, especially those with sexual overtones. Lust isn't always driven by conscious thought. It can be triggered by the energies around them. Their acute awareness makes them vulnerable to seductive atmospheres, emotionally charged situations, or unresolved wounds that manifest as sexual longing. 3. Isolation leads to suppressed desires. Chosen ones frequently walk lonely paths. Their worldview, sense of mission, or moral compass often sets them apart. This isolation isn't just social, it's emotional and spiritual. In the absence of intimate companionship or understanding, unfulfilled emotional needs can transmute into lust. What begins as a yearning for connection or recognition can become a secret longing expressed through fantasies, cravings, or even unhealthy attachments. The deeper the isolation, the stronger the urge to fill the void, and lust becomes a temporary balm for existential loneliness. 4. Shadow work uncovers repressed sexuality. The psychological concept of the shadow, made famous by Carl Jung, refers to the unconscious parts of the self that we suppress or deny. For chosen ones who strive for spiritual enlightenment, confronting the shadow becomes inevitable. Often this includes repressed sexual desires, past traumas, or cultural conditioning around shame and guilt. When the shadow is triggered, whether through spiritual awakening, therapy, or life crises, lust may rise to the surface with unexpected intensity. It's not a regression, but a necessary confrontation with the full spectrum of their humanity. 5. Temptation increases with influence and charisma. Chosen ones often have a natural charisma. People are drawn to them, trust them, and sometimes idealize them. With this magnetism comes increased attention, admiration, and sometimes romantic or sexual advances. This external validation can be both flattering and dangerous. It feeds the ego, tempts the flesh, and tests their discernment. Even when the intentions are pure, the frequency of temptation is significantly higher. They are not just battling internal lust, they're navigating a minefield of external projections and subtle seductions. 6. Spiritual warfare targets their weaknesses. From a metaphysical or religious viewpoint, chosen ones are often targets of spiritual warfare. Their impact threatens forces that feed off chaos, addiction, and disconnection. Lust is one of the most effective tools used to derail a soul on mission. It's accessible, persuasive, and deeply rooted in the psyche. Attacks aren't always overt. They might come through dreams, memories, or encounters that awaken dormant desires. This form of warfare is designed to distract, weaken, or create shame, making chosen ones question their worthiness and purpose. Conclusion. The battle with lust is not a sign of weakness in chosen ones. It's a crucible. It tests their resolve, reveals their hidden wounds, and challenges them to integrate the sacred with the sensual. Rather than suppress or deny these struggles, chosen ones must approach them with honesty, compassion, and spiritual maturity. Only by confronting the fire of lust can they transmute it into passion for purpose, creativity, and divine love. Their struggle is secret, not because it's shameful, but because the world rarely understands how deeply sacred the journey truly is.